Building a Star Wars Cantina Bar in my garden, part one of I don't know how many it will be. So this is what the garden was like when we moved in. There was this section that was fenced off. I took down the fencing and didn't really film much other than that, but this is when the cabin arrived, bringing it all in, and I had to put some in the garden because the garage gym space was completely full. I didn't film any of the start of the base being put down, but this is the timber base being put down there, and then this is a time lapse of putting the cabin together. It goes together just like massive Lego. Then the roof going on, and this was like at the end of day one, just kind of an empty space, haven't put the windows or anything in yet, and this is the idea of the space, as you kind of see here. Then a protective layer before the felt, and then this is me putting some wood on the outside, because I'm going to be cladding and paneling the entire outside, so I just thought I'd put those on for it to connect to, because I don't want to see those kind of overlocking corners. Then I'm just painting the outside of the cabin and the inside. This just helps the wood last longer and makes it more water resistant and rot resistant and just overall last longer. I'm going to be paneling the inside and the outside will be cladding, but I'm using the same sort of colours of the type of wood treatment so that if there are any overlaps in those panels, you kind of won't see it as much. I'm going to be changing the door to have an oval shaped kind of doorway, very Star Warsy, so I just used the basic kind of method of string in the middle and measured where the middle was and then tied a pencil to the end and just circled around that. Then I was continuing painting and the electrician came round, so I'm kind of explaining to him where the lights are going to go, where the plugs are going to go, and how we're going to kind of hide the wires because of the paneling and stuff. And continuing to paint the inside, but I just decided that even with the paint gun, I'm just going to paint the areas where the overlaps of the panels are going to be, because it's mainly the outside that needs to be protected with paint anyway, not so much the inside. I then temporarily put the windows in. They are going to be clear. This is just a blue protective film on the outside of them. I just thought it'd be easier to paint the outside and the inside without getting the mixture of colours kind of splashing in to the other. And this is what it looked like at the end of the painting. Just going to show you on the inside. I left the doorway circle kind of unpainted to help me kind of see it, and again on the inside I've only painted really where the panels are going to overlap, so if there are any spaces you won't notice it as much, and that's the end of part one, so stay tuned for part two.